What's the metric that is going to pull all of this forward, that's going to make innovation more inevitable? Because without metrics, we all know that very little happens inside organizations. So, if you go inside any large innovator or any great innovation organization, you'll find that around each of these areas, there will be metrics, there will be best practices for each component. And I've got my own point of view on that. I've got my own map of what that looks like. It's probably too much detail for this course, but get in touch if you're interested in that. But if there was one metric that I would recommend that you start to explore for yourself and your organization, which can make everything move to a higher level of performance, it would be bringing in a metric that has a clear commercial outcome. At the end of the day, if innovation isn't making money somewhere or creating some strategic value that everybody recognizes we cannot live without, it's going to be very hard to keep it a priority because there are too many things competing with it. And what 3M and other organizations have done is take that idea and pin a number, a commercial number, to time effectively. So here's 3M's. 30% of each division's sales must come from products less than 4 years old. That means you have to always be thinking at least 4 years into the future and working back from there. So remember the grid, we had three levels of innovation where some is future bound, some is tomorrow, some of it is today. They will have their own portfolio that delivers 30% of revenue, their 30% of sales from products that didn't exist 4 years ago. That forces the whole ecosystem to snap into position. Now, you can't just copy and paste this and expect it to happen without doing some work behind the scenes. You do have to do that. But if you do have a metric like this, it's much more likely to get the attention of senior people. I mean, you do have to hold it in place. You do have to enforce this metric, but it tends to get the attention of everybody, and it forces us to think about, okay, so if we need to deliver that level of revenue next year from products, that didn't exist before, what needs to be true? What do we need to do in terms of organizational development and design and capability development to make that thing show up? Because if we carry on the way we are, it's quite unlikely to do that. So I would strongly suggest that you put in place some kind of metric like this. If you don't, I hate to say this, but innovation ambitions tend to turn into New Year's resolutions that within a few months tend to fade. You've got to have something in there that shows the money that is going to deliver some kind of clear commercial outcome. So if putting together a more strategic approach to innovation is something that you need to pursue more, there's some resources out there to help you. So if you go to belesszombie.com/resources, there are 4 things here that I think can help you. Well, 3 that are on the website. The first is a free innovation strategy workshop toolkit. So this is a few pages. It's basically agenda and what to do at each stage. So how do you start to develop an innovation strategy? It's a free download. Please help yourself to that. Below that, we've got a free innovation company assessment. This will help you understand how well set up you are to deliver the innovation that you think you need. So use that in whatever way that you find useful. If you want to go to another level of detail on that, get in touch and I can help you with that. Free innovation leadership questions. So if there are questions that really only leaders can take responsibility for, what would those be, so that we are delivering innovation in the way that our future needs us to? Again, there's some resources there that can help you. And again, just to recap, chapters 1 to 13 on Be Less Zombie can help you as well. So 3 things we've covered: thinking in 3 simultaneous time zones rather than just squashing everything into today, having a framework so that we're thinking about the process, the resources, the capabilities, the culture, and the leadership, and have a metric, have something that has a dollar sign, a pound sign, a euro sign, whatever attached to it, so that it gets our attention and makes innovation more inevitable. That brings us to the end of this topic, and we're going to move on now to finding great insights, and this links quite closely to innovation strategy: how to reduce risk and increase innovation efficiency by starting in the right place. having the right starting point really needs to be the heart of your strategy, and I'll show you how those two things fit together. So that's everything for today. Just a reminder that part 1 of Be Less Zombie can help you with innovation strategy. I hope this has been useful. Drop me a line if there are things that you think we should add to this, other resources that you think I could share that will be useful, and thank you for watching.